Okay, so I wanted to give everybody a quick little update. I it's been a long time. It's been almost 3 weeks, almost a month since I've stopped streaming. Um and as a lot of you guys know, um it's due to my mom. And it's due to a lot of
Many elders are the ones who know their native language and they were passing.
stupid ad. Um and a lot of you guys know back in I warned you guys, I am gonna cry. uh Back in November or October of last year, my mom was diagnosed with cancer. And it was really rough on us, you know. We had noticed for a long time. And then here, I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys. This is a lot of y'all see a lot of y'all seen my mom walking back and forth. And this is my mom here. Let's see here. Let's bring this over here. And let's show you guys display capture. Yep, there we go. Properties. Let's do the display over here. So this is my mom. There's me and there's me and Kaylee. This is my mom. And we got some other photos here I was wanting to show you guys. There's another one there. Here is another one here. Where's it at? That was us at Pino's Palette. Another one of my mom here. Able to walk and functioning normal. Sad to say that this is actually at my stepdad's funeral. The last time that we all got to get together. And that was almost Houdini enough. I was almost about a year before she got diagnosed. And this is, if it shows up here, this is some photos. Oh, sorry, hold on. This is some photos of her now. Save image as. Saving a few images here, sorry guys. But as most of you guys know, back in October of last year, she got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And it was terminal. There was no coming back. There was no real hopes of coming back from it. You know what I mean? We know it's gonna end up taking her out. And we know that there's no getting over it. And so for the past year, almost a year, I have been taking care of her. I've been doing my damnedest. It has not been the easiest by any means. And it has been extremely hard on everybody involved. Here we go. Get rid of this over here, that over there. Hide that, okay. All right. There we go. And so this is some images I have of her lately, you know, before she got to the point to where, you know, now she can barely talk. Now she can barely comprehend most things that we talk about. Went and visited her today. This is her, my sister, and me. Went to the Mall of America. This is the first day she actually picked out her wig. She never wore the damn thing. But we were joking about it. Her trying it on. This was our last vacation that we went on. Right here. We actually went down to New Orleans. And got to visit a little bit around there. And this was a image of us going to ice hockey game. But this is her now. I don't have any images of the last few weeks because I didn't want those images, you know what I mean? Yeah, but so over the past year, I've been struggling to try and take care of her, you know, and I'll be the first to admit I wasn't the greatest at it, you know. There were a lot of arguments, you know, there was a lot of hard times going through all that. And now looking back, you know, I wish I had been kinder. I wish I had been more forgiving, you know, instead of being all up in my own shit, you know, to stop and realize how much she was going through. You know, instead of nagging at her, instead of yelling at her, instead of doing all this shit, I wish I had stopped, taken the time to realize how lucky I am that I've gotten the opportunity to be there with her, to be there for her, and to enjoy those moments, you know, because now I don't get those moments anymore. She's still with us, you know, but her disease has progressed to the point to where she can barely talk, to where she can't get up on her own. She can't feed herself. Most of the time she can comprehend some things, but can barely respond to it, you know. I actually had a decent day today at the nursing home. I got back from the nursing home about an hour and a half ago. And we joked a little bit, we laughed a little bit, you know, and we talked, you know, I talked to her quite a bit.
Light bulbs delivered in a day.
And
Edison would be proud.
Stupid advertisements.
Your everyday essentials delivered fast.
But this is one of the few good days we've had at the nursing home so far. Over the past few weeks, she's been very steadily declining to the point to where when we first were able to bring her into the nursing home, She could hold a full conversation with you. She could talk to you. She could, have an intelligent conversation with you. Yeah, I did my best, I know I did. But this whole process has taken an extreme toll. Not on just me, on my mom, on Kaylee. Because of all this stuff, I've developed severe depression. I've developed quite a bit of anxiety, and as most people know, as most people are, I should say, we're our own worst critics. We could be harder on ourselves than anybody could ever be harder on us. And I've always been that way all my life, and that is making this process so much harder. Especially now, knowing she's in a facility to where they can take care of her 10 times better than I ever could. But in my mind now, which I know is messed up and I know it's not right, but in my mind, my brain wants to tell me that I didn't do good enough, that all this past year, maybe if I had done different, something could have changed. And like I said, I know this is not right, guys. I know that's not the truth. But this is me telling you how my mind has been thinking over these past months. And just like the other day, we actually, Kaylee's sister was in town getting married. And they had her name's Ashley. Ashley had a father-daughter dance during the wedding. And everybody else was, having watched this situation arise with my aunt and my grandmother, I can understand how much of a toll it takes to someone. It really does. And y'all know me. I'm happy. I'm go-lucky. Not a damn thing could get me down. But this has been one of the roughest things I've been through in my life. And but during that father-daughter dance, it got me to the point where I almost had to step away, because I know my mom's not going to be there for my first marriage. I know my mom's not going to sit there and see me stand at the altar. And neither is my stepdad. And I feel so bad. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, brother. I completely understand, Shadow. That was part of the reason that we did we aimed for the nursing home, was because it was my time to stop being a caregiver and start being a son. And there's been many a times because of this depression and because of these thoughts that Kaylee and I have gotten in some pretty bad fights. I'm not gonna lie, guys. And it's because of my mental state. It wasn't good, guys. There was days where, particularly in these last couple weeks, where I didn't get out of bed. I had no motivation. I wanted nothing to do with anybody, with anything. And y'all know me, I am a huge gamer. I am a huge gamer, and if I sit there and turn down games, something's up with me. I've touched my computer 2 times in the past few weeks. Unless I needed to get on it for some reason. I've spent most of my time just busybodying myself, and it's been rough. It's been extremely rough. And we've recently noticed her eating's been getting worse. Her speech has been getting worse. And one of the scariest nights of my life so far was the day that she fell. So not long before I stopped, or not long after I stopped streaming, Kaylee and I were sitting in the living room watching TV with my mom. It was about 1 a.m, and my mom was sitting at the dining room table, and she thank you guys. And we just heard a loud noise, and we looked over, and my mom had fallen out of the chair and hit her head. And didn't go completely unresponsive, but you could talk to her, and she wouldn't look at you. She started having small tremors and a small seizure. Almost stroke-like symptoms, and so, you know, most of the time before that, you know, my mom could get up and do stuff on her own. But Kaylee and I had to lift her and put her onto the couch. And not even a few minutes later, she started having a really hardcore seizure. And that was the scariest moment in my life. I thought she was going right then and there. You know, and I still constantly think about all the moments over the past year. And I think that the last few real conversations I've had with my mom, and I wish I could take them back. You know, I was sitting up at the nursing home about a week or two ago, and my mom was being particularly feisty that day. You know, we were just sitting there talking, and she was having a little bit of an attitude towards us, and towards me and my sister. And I told her, you know, I was like, Mom, we're here visiting you. We're here trying to be here with you, you know, and enjoy their time together. But if you're just going to constantly berate us and belittle us, you know, we're going to leave. You know, and what she said was, well, then you might as well go. Because I don't want you here. And I cried the entire way home. And unfortunately, that's the last full conversation I've had with my mom. I've got words and bits and pieces. You know, I was happy the other day. I got her to tell her, you know, that she loves me. You know, and she seemed to understand when I told her that I loved her and I missed her. That no matter what, we're going to get through this. That no matter what, I will always be here for her. And it's just been extremely rough having to sit there and, you know, go through and try to feel these emotions and try to, yeah, I know. And it's just been hard to sit there and essentially be two people. I had to be that son that was being there for her and taking care of her things and for her, and, you know, and being there 100% for her. And then to turn around to sit there and have to do the business side of things. Having to sit down and go through all the funeral stuff, talk with all the nurses, talk with all the family that we have left. And it's just been so hard to sit there and try to wear those two faces, you know. And I know a lot of Kaylee's family understands. You know, there's been sometimes during these family functions that I would just get up and I would leave. Or I would step aside, because when those thoughts hit, I can't help it. I can't. I've held it in for so long. I've held strong for so long that there's not that much strength left. And so I've been reaching out, I've been talking to people, and I've been lessening that burden on myself. Because I'm not alone. I have friends, I have family that are there for me. I have people constantly messaging me all the time. Asking how I'm doing. Asking how things are going. And a lot of you guys are those people. And just like Shadow says, I can't keep it bottled or it's gonna tear me up. Just like I had a really good day the other day. We were having a really good day playing Cards Against Humanity with the entire family, all the way from grandma to grandkids, and stuff like that. And went, really good night. And on the way home, my brain's immediately first thought was, and like I said, I know this isn't right. I'm just telling y'all what's been going through my head. Even though I know it's not the right thought, and I know it's not true, but immediately on my way home, my brain was telling me, how dare you have a good time? How dare you sit there and be happy when your mom's sitting there in misery? How dare you sit there and enjoy life when over this past year you've made your mom's live in hell, to the point to where multiple times my mom has told me, I wish I would just go already and pass away so I'd be out of your hair. She's written down some notes before and stuff like that to my brother, saying how I don't care, how he's not as compassionate as you were. And the moment I read those, I broke down. I know I'm being extremely hard on myself. God, there's so many moments I wish I could just take back. Because I'm never going to get those moments anymore. I don't know, Virtue's got a day, a month, a week. But I know we ain't got more than a few months left. And sitting there trying to get back to somewhat of a normal life, now that I'm not taking care of her, I need to get a job. And Kaylee and I have a cruise coming up in October. And all my mind can think is how dare I? That's just what my mind's been thinking. I know it's not true. I know my mom would want me to live my best life, to move on, to just sit there and be beside her, and to be she would want me to get back to it, get back to taking care of me and Kaylee, get back to taking care of my sister, and to sit there to keep on going, keep on living. She wouldn't want me to sit there and be so hard on myself. She wouldn't. If I could sit there and if she could be sitting right here beside me, telling me and talking to me and being my mom again, she would sit there and tell me I did my best. Nobody prepares you in life to go through these things. No one sits there and tells you, hey, you're gonna have to take care of your dying mother one day. This is how you feel. This is how you're supposed to do this. Nothing can prepare you for that in life. Especially if you never dealt with anything like that before. you know, and so I just wanted to give you guys kind of an update and kind of tell y'all what's been going on in my mind, what's been going on in my head. You know, I try to stop by some people's channels and try to still be out there, you know, and show you guys that I still care, show you guys that I'm still loved, and that I'm still here, I'm still trudging on. You know, it's nice to sit here and talk to you guys and to sit there and tell you, you know, everything that's been going on. And I don't know how much longer I have with her, but you know, I make every day count. I call almost every day to try and talk to her. If I can't make it up there every other day or so, you know, I make sure to get up there when I can. I'm constantly, you know, thinking of her, you know, and I'm constantly, yeah, I know. Thank you, Sandaria. Thank you, Messiah. Thank you, everybody. You know, and it's been rough. It's been extremely rough. Because I do plan on continuing the channel. Stupid freaking advertisements. But I do plan on kicking the channel back up. The channel will continue on. We will get back into the swing of things. It's a little bit of good news here, guys. I am starting a job tomorrow. I'll be working at a gas station. And we got that up and running, you know, and that's really good. You know, Kaylee and I are looking forward to getting back into the swing of things, you know, getting back to our old selves. A gas station. But it's something different, you know, because yeah, you know, no, it's pretty cool. They're offering good amount of pay. I'm being fast tracked to the full-time position. So I will have my benefits, you know, and everything like that, you know, and the funny thing about it is, because I have been streaming and stuff like that, you know, I meet people from all around the world. You know, like we got Sandaria over here in Japan, you know, I mean, we got people from everywhere. And so I get used to these accents, I get used to these like terminologies, I get used to, you know, different people's ways of life. And sure enough, my boss is from Australia. And I picked up on that immediately, you know, whenever she interviewed me. And so I was like, "Hey, is that an Australian accent?" She's like, "You're the first one to pick that out." Like right off the bat. And I told her and I said, "I stream. And you know, I stream video games and stuff like that." And I said I have quite a few friends from Australia. And no, I know you're from there. I was just saying like you're over in that area. No, I know you're from the States. I'm just saying, like, there's so many people spread across the world, all come to this one spot, you know, right here where you guys are. But yeah, it was really cool. And but yeah, so the channel will be continuing on once I get a regular schedule. I will be getting, you know, the regular time back up for everybody, you know, once I get a regular schedule. For a little bit it might be here and there. Because I always do praise, you know, people that stay on a regular schedule, so that way people know, hey, it's this time, this day, this person's on. I'm gonna go check them out, you know. And I had that, and I was doing that, and so I will be getting back into it, you know what I mean? And so
Looking for royalty-free music?
I will be getting back into that. The same with like Kaylee, her stream as well will become more regular once we get this all figured out, you know. Not looking forward to the day to clean my mom's room out. I still haven't done that. It's still exactly as the way it's been since she was last in it. And I don't go in there much. But yeah, so that's kind of the way things are, you know. We honestly don't know how much longer she has left. Like I said, there's been a slow and steady decline over these last few weeks. Because she's been in there about 3 weeks now. And so I've been taking care of the funeral stuff. I've, not gonna lie, very much procrastinated working on all the information that the funeral home needs, you know, like family members and things like that, you know, because every time I've touched it, I've broken down, you know, and so it's been rough, but I appreciate you guys so much, you know, for coming out here, showing up. Hell, I was expecting just to make a video, not expecting much of anybody to show up at all, you know what I mean? But I appreciate you guys so much for coming out and showing the love and support that y'all have, you know, and being here for me and my family, you know, because it's not just me going through all this, it's everybody, you know, even Kaylee's family's, you know, going through the same stuff, you know, because they've been living up here for a year, you know, she's a part of their family too, you know, and so I just want to say I appreciate you guys so much and sticking with me, you know, and being there for me and talking to me whenever I talk back. And thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Airstreak. Thank you, everybody. And just know that if y'all ever message me or if y'all ever, you know, reach out and I don't respond, know that I've seen it. I've looked at it, you know, I might not respond immediately. Things have been very chaotic around here. But know that I appreciate it and know that those little things mean the world to me. You know, and don't ever think that I'm ignoring you or don't ever think that it's unwelcome because I appreciate every little bit of it, you know. And know that I constantly have you guys on my mind, you know, and yeah. All right, so I think we're gonna go ahead and we're probably gonna go ahead and end it there. I just wanted to make this video for everybody, kind of giving everybody the update on my life, update on everything going on in it, you know, and update everybody on the channel, you know, because the channel will live on. We will continue, and ain't nobody gonna stop us.